You know, when I started in business 20 years ago, the internet was only just getting going. And today, all of my businesses are linked to the internet. And I didn't realise that this was going to be a new industrial revolution. But I really think it's amazing. I don't know about you. And it's so powerful that you can actually start a business from scratch using this economy, working on a very low startup cost. You can actually do it in your spare time and do that on a global basis. Now there's a thought. Well, my name's Stephen Bones, I'm 59. I live in the Peak District, that's in the UK. My wife and I have 3 children, 24, 20 and 16. And we've had the usual bumps in the road as families do over the last 30 years. But you know, we've always worked hard to create more income and a better life for ourselves. We were never content. We wanted to build and develop something, but at the same time, we wasn't sure what it was and we were frightened to try. Well, like I said, 20 years ago, we ended up buying a business because you see, we needed to change our lives. I was working for other people, just creating wealth for them. This was long hours, there was commuting, I was getting stressed. And the more I did, the more my boss at the time wanted more. He wanted me to work 60 hours a week as a norm. And if I actually wanted a holiday, it was just a battle. And then it could only be a week at a time. And that was only because he'd have to work harder and maybe we might lose a bit of revenue. And I remember thinking, is this my purpose? Is this it? Is this my life? Because I was so unhappy and unfulfilled. And I actually started to hate what I was doing. I just didn't want to go into work, I just wanted to drive past. And when Fridays come, I just knew it was going to start all over again on Monday. So the only way out for us was to go and buy a traditional business for ourselves. You see, at that time in our lives, a bricks and mortar business selling a product or a service was really the only option. And it was really frightening. You see, I was on a high income even though I was having all these issues, and it was secure. So I had to give this up. And we had to take a bigger risk because we put 50,000 of our own money in. We borrowed another 150,000. Then we signed our home over to the bank as security. So this was a really stressful way of doing it, but there's still a lot do that today because that's all they know. Well, I'm pleased to say we were successful for many years. We did create asset and some wealth for ourselves, but it did come with a cost. I lost so much time with my wife and family, and I had to work longer than 60 hours a week. So on top of all those other feelings, I actually became more tired, frustrated and irritable as well. Then the last few years, something started to change. Business and the markets were changing. We actually started losing customers faster than we could find new ones. And the bigger companies that we were competing against began squeezing our margins. And I knew it was time for change a few years ago, but I was frightened to do so. Well, in January 2018, things did change. We ran out of money. So we had to declare the business bankrupt, and it was the worst time of our lives. We were devastated. Everything we'd worked for had just gone in a heartbeat. And I also didn't know what I was going to do next. You see, I was so low, I'd lost my ambition and I'd lost my desire to do anything. I just thought, well, I'll get a job and live from payday to payday. I just wanted to be sort of happy. I thought, well, if I settle for less, I won't have all these responsibilities anymore. Well, somehow I got listening to Denzel Washington on YouTube, and he said, don't go out just to earn an income, go out and make a difference and fail big. Well, I have to say I did feel like a failure, but his words, make a difference, just kept repeating in my head. So I started to keep looking on the internet, and then I found a couple of guys called Stuart Jay, and they'd built loads of successful businesses online, and they'd done that in the last 10 years. But interestingly, somewhere along the way, they decided to build a learning platform. And that's where normal, ordinary people like me that just wanted an opportunity to build something, learn new skills, and do so even if I'd no experience or knowledge on how to develop stuff on computers. And that really suited me. They also went on to explain how I could create income by building businesses from scratch. And what's even more amazing, you can start this in your spare time and you can work from home. So if you've got a job giving you a good income, you can actually still create a better life for yourself and your family without the fear of losing your income like I had to all those years ago. So I really did like the sound of this, and I joined this platform in April 2018. And I have to say, and honest, I wasn't sure why. I sort of listened to Stuart and I was sceptical. I'm not sure if I believed him, but I did trust him. And at that time, again, I didn't understand the full potential of what I was actually getting involved in. But since then, I've met so many people who, just like me, wanted to build a business or just even create a secondary income using the skills that this platform teaches. And a lot of these people now have quit the jobs. Some just travel the world with a laptop lifestyle. And many just spend far more time with their family, but working when they want to work. And that allows mums and dads to get more involved with the kids, taking them to school and not missing their events that they're involved in. Because you see, it creates time freedom. So I'm now building my own businesses. One's coaching other companies on how to market within this economy with the new skills I've learned. I'm also building an e-commerce site to sell physical products. And there's lots of other numerous opportunities. This is just what I'm doing. But the amazing thing is, what I've noticed is all of us are passionate about what we do. And we wake up in the morning with a purpose each day. And we actually really enjoy this journey. And we just create many new friends along the way. So if you want more information on how it's possible for you to learn new skills, and that will create new opportunities, and it will change your life, then somewhere near this box, submit your details. I will then send you a free video workshop, and Stuart will then explain in far better detail than I can how this is all possible. And if when you've listened to him over the next few days and it's not for you, then fine, unsubscribe. But whatever you do, I wish you well. I really want to thank you for listening to me. Bye for now, speak soon.